For a number of years, Toyota and Volkswagen have been battling it out for the world's #1 automaker spot. The newly introduced bZ4X competes directly with the Volkswagen ID.4, and this battle now carries over into the world of EVs. In this video, I'll perform a side-by-side comparison of the exterior, interior, tech, performance, and pricing of these two EVs and show you how this battle is shaping up. Over the last decade, Toyota and Volkswagen have been battling it out for the title of world's largest automaker. The 2020 crown holder is Toyota and looks like it will hold on to its crown for 2021. With legacy manufacturers making the push into electric vehicles, the EV offerings of these manufacturers will have a growing impact on their sales figures. The compact crossover segment is a bestseller segment, and so many manufacturers have been introducing their EVs into this market. Volkswagen has had a head start with the production debut of the ID.4 in September 2020. Over a year later, Toyota has revealed the full specs of its compact crossover EV, the bZ4X. The bZ in Toyota's name refers to Beyond Zero, a philosophy that guides Toyota's development of its electric vehicles. While both cars are clearly compact crossovers, they take different approaches to the exterior styling. Like its gasoline sibling, the RAV4, the bZ4X takes a more sharp, angular styling approach. The front is pinched down into thin lights and has a sleek daytime running lamp signature. A contrasting color fender panel reaches out to the lights, drapes over the front wheels, and wraps around the front of the car. Along the side, there are sharp creases at the waist that wrap into contrasting color fenders at the back wheels. The rear continues some of the same styling cues with sharp, angular surfaces bracketed by a continuous red LED taillight. In contrast to the sharp, angular styling of the bZ4X, Volkswagen takes a different approach with the ID.4. This has more smoother, fluid, jelly bean-like styling. The front, like the bZ4X, pinches down into a thin black strip with lights on either end, except that the lights are more rounded. The rear has a similar look with a red LED bar across the length, but again with more rounded lights. A nice touch is the two-toned roof. The side gets a clean look with a single character line that runs from the front to the back. The overall dimensions between the two are close, except that the bZ4X is 4 inches longer than the ID.4 and correspondingly has a 4-inch longer wheelbase. When it comes to interior, the two follow a similar pattern of a small instrument cluster and a separate infotainment screen. The ID.4's instrument cluster is a compact 5.3 inches and the infotainment screen is 10 inches standard with 12 inches in the more expensive trims. Toyota hasn't revealed the size of its screens, but the instrument cluster looks to be about the same size as the ID.4's, while the infotainment screen looks to be bigger. The Toyota's console is designed in a waterfall style that runs along the entire length of the console. With the bZ4X, you also get a choice of an upscale upholstered dashboard. For seat coverings, the ID.4 offers cloth as standard, with upgrades including leatherette. Toyota hasn't said much about the seat material, but I expect there will be cloth and leatherette options too. Both cars get optional panoramic sunroofs. One interior feature unique to the Toyota is the yoke-style steering wheel. Toyota notes that the car will use steer-by-wire technology, which removes a direct connection between the steering wheel and the tires. With the yoke steering, Toyota is able to get a full range of wheel turning in a 150-degree motion, thereby allowing the driver to keep the hands on the wheel at all times. Along with the yoke steering, Toyota also offers a few other advanced technologies. Like the Volkswagen, it comes with a suite of safety features like collision mitigation and lane keep assist. In addition to those notably, it will offer bidirectional charging to power your home and also vehicle-to-load capability to power appliances. It will also offer parking with a remote function, much like Summon in Tesla. As an option, there is a solar panel that Toyota estimates will generate enough power for about 1,800 kilometers annually. For the ID.4, advanced tech comes in the form of an augmented reality head-up display. In addition to the regular head-up display information, augmented reality adds directional information showing you where to turn along with other dynamic information. Both cars are built on platforms solely designed for electric cars. In the case of Volkswagen, it's the MEB platform, and for the Toyota, it is the eTNGA platform. The larger Volkswagen battery is 77 kilowatt hours, while the one in the Toyota is 71.4 kilowatt hours. It's unclear if the 71.4 refers to gross or net. In markets other than North America, Volkswagen also offers a smaller 52 kilowatt hour battery. Notably, Toyota doesn't offer a smaller battery, at least not so far. So for this comparison, we'll focus on the larger ID.4 battery since that is comparable to the bZ4X's battery. Both Volkswagen and Toyota offer two-wheel and all-wheel drive drivetrains. The two-wheel drive motors are identical. Interestingly, the motors for the all-wheel drive option in the Toyota aren't very much more powerful than the two-wheel drive one. Toyota has been careful to note that these specs are for the Japanese market, so it's quite possible that other markets will get higher performance all-wheel drive motors to be comparable to the Volkswagens. With the less powerful motor, the Toyota all-wheel drive is slower in acceleration, but the two-wheel drive's acceleration is comparable to that of the ID.4. Looking at the all-important range, the WLTP range for these two models is comparable, with the ID.4 having a slight edge. We won't have EPA ratings for the Toyota for a while. For charging power, the Toyota has a slight edge with 150 kilowatt peak power as compared to Volkswagen's 125 kilowatt. Now, the bZ4X was developed in conjunction with Subaru. As a result, it will benefit from Subaru's experience with all-wheel drive technology and will also offer Subaru's X-Drive mode for better off-roading traction at low speed. Although Toyota hasn't demonstrated the bZ4X's off-roading skills, expect it to have some decent ones. Toyota hasn't disclosed any towing capabilities of the bZ4X, but we do know what the ID.4 is capable of. So that brings us to price. The ID.4 has been out for a while, so we do have pricing information for the different models. However, for the bZ4X, Toyota hasn't provided any information as of yet. Media outlets are estimating a starting price of $40,000 for the two-wheel drive model. If that turns out to be true, that would put it in direct competition with the ID.4. The specs are very similar, and if the price turns out to be similar, that will make for a hot competition between these two. The bZ4X is expected to start deliveries in mid-2022, so we will expect to get more information on pricing over the next few months. The bZ4X appears to be solid competition for the ID.4, and as Toyota and Volkswagen continue to battle for the world's #1 automaker spot, these two vehicles will play a crucial role in that fight. But which one would you buy? The bZ4X or the ID.4? Let me know in the comments below. And if you would like me to compare the bZ4X to another car, let me know the name of that EV too. Please give the video a like, share your comments below, and subscribe to the Driver Download.